The most dangerous limitations are not the ones placed on us by society, family, or circumstances. They are the ones we quietly place on ourselves. These limitations are subtle. They don't shout. They whisper. They masquerade as truth, wearing the face of logic and reason. But in reality, they are lies. Lies repeated so often they begin to sound like facts. They take root in our minds, grow unchecked, and before we know it, they become the architecture of a prison we don't even realize we've built. Doubt is the first brick. It starts early. Maybe someone laughed at your idea. Maybe you failed once, and the sting was sharp enough to make you hesitate the next time. Or maybe you simply never had someone believe in you, and so you quietly decided you weren't worth believing in. And from that moment on, you began repeating that narrative. Not out loud, but internally. I'm not good enough. This is too hard. Other people can do it, but not me. With every repetition, the belief grows stronger, like grooves worn into a record. Soon that inner dialogue becomes automatic. You don't even question it anymore. You just accept it. But these thoughts are not facts. They are habits, mental habits, learned from fear, failure, comparison, and pain. And just like physical habits, they can be broken, rewired, and rebuilt. But only if you're willing to recognize them for what they are. Self-imposed blocks. Invisible barriers made real only because you continue to honor them. If you want change, real change, you have to get honest with yourself. You have to sit down, look in the mirror, and ask, what story am I telling myself every day? Because your life is a reflection of that story. The truth is, every time you choose comfort over growth, you feed the lie. Every time you say, I'll do it later, you strengthen the walls. Every time you allow fear to make the decision for you, you give power to that false belief. And that belief doesn't just limit your career or your relationships. It limits who you are. It affects how you show up in the world, what opportunities you chase, and whether or not you even try at all. You have to disrupt the pattern, interrupt the mental cycle that's been running on autopilot for years. And that doesn't start with motivation. It starts with awareness. You can't fix what you're unwilling to face, so face it. What's holding you back isn't your environment. It's not a lack of time or money. It's not the people around you. It's the internal dialogue convincing you that you're stuck, that you're not ready, that you're not capable. The voice in your head that always seems to show up when you're about to level up. That voice doesn't want you to grow, it wants you to survive. That's all the mind was ever designed to do, protect you. Keep you safe. But safe and successful are rarely the same thing. You can't protect yourself from discomfort and expect to grow. You can't build a strong life on a foundation of avoidance. Growth is uncomfortable. It's messy. It's scary, but it's necessary. And the first step is to tear down the walls, one thought at a time. Challenge every self-limiting belief. Don't just accept the thought. Interrogate it. Ask, is this really true? Where did this belief come from? Who benefits from me thinking this way? You'll be surprised how often you find that the belief has no solid ground beneath it. It's just old programming, leftover fear, echoes of someone else's voice you accidentally turned into your own. But once you see it, you can rewrite it. Replace those old mental scripts with new ones that serve you. Not cheesy affirmations you don't believe in, but statements grounded in effort, action, and truth. I can figure this out. I failed before and survived. I may not know how yet, but I can learn. Small shifts in language create massive shifts in outcome. Because the mind is always listening. And if you tell it something enough times, it will believe you, whether it's a lie or the truth. Action plays a vital role in this process. You can't think your way out of mental blocks entirely. You have to act your way out too. Thoughts influence behavior, but behavior also rewires thought. When you take action in spite of doubt, you create evidence. And evidence is powerful. One action becomes a reference point. I did that even though I was scared. 2 actions become a pattern. 3 become a habit. And over time, you become a different person. Not because your circumstances changed, but because you stopped waiting for permission to believe in yourself. There's nothing mystical about it. It's not about waiting for a sign, or feeling ready or getting the perfect conditions. It's about deciding that you're no longer available for your own excuses, that you're done playing small just because it's familiar, that you're tired of carrying around beliefs that were never really yours, and in that decision you take back your power. Mental blocks are not permanent. They are optional, but only if you stop feeding them, only if you stop identifying with them. You are not your fear. You are not your hesitation. You are not your past mistakes. You are the person standing in the present, choosing whether to let those things define you or drive you. And every time you choose belief over doubt, courage over comfort, growth over safety, you chip away at the walls. You reclaim your mind, you free yourself,